We're moving right along in our series Reformation and Revival. Last week we took a look at Michael Haykin's Revival, Spiritual Awakening in the Reformed Tradition. We read in the book that we're reviewing today, this is on page 17 of the introduction, no man is more relevant to the present condition of Christianity than Jonathan Edwards. He was a mighty theologian and a great evangelist at the same time. Revivals have often started as a result of people reading the 2 volumes of Edwards' works. This is Jonathan Edwards' new biography by Iain H. Murray. This is a 472-page book. Well, let's go ahead and dive into the book review proper. This is a great introduction to Jonathan Edwards and his works. So whether you've spent a lot of time studying Edwards or not, whether it's the first time you've ever heard Edwards' name, this book is excellent for you. Jonathan Edwards' works, though written so long ago, are still applicable today. This book gives excellent context of Edwards and his surroundings, making it a great book to both understand the history of the time, but also to get a sense of who he was personally. The book starts us off before Edwards was born, looking at his family tree all the way back in the 1600s. Murray also breaks down a lot of heavy material into smaller, easier to understand sizes. Page 67, and he's quoting from B.B. Warfield, he says, "He fed himself on the great Puritan divines and formed not merely his thoughts, but his life upon them." In the introduction of this series, we talked about some of the similarities between this series and the series we did last year titled A Summer of Scots. One of the greatest examples of this is found on page 465, which says, Chalmers' many students were to be extensively used at both home and overseas, and the influence of Edwards is apparent in their lives. Perhaps the most notable instance of this was in the ministry of Robert Murray M'Cheyne, who we reviewed last year. From the days of his first pastorate in Larbert, M'Cheyne preached for revival and believed in revival. It was here, writes Andrew Bonner, his biographer, that he began to study so closely the works of Jonathan Edwards, reckoning them a mind to be wrought, and if wrought, sure to repay the toil. The awakening during his subsequent ministry at Dundee in the early 1840s resembled what had occurred in Northampton. So Edwards inspiring and influencing all these other people.